Hi guys.
Thanks everyone for sticking around. Obviously, we're going to look back at the result today and kind of look back on the rest of the season. So, start with questions. If we can just do 2 questions each, please. Be great. Yeah.
What I've just read some quotes saying you've got quite mixed emotions. You must be very proud of how far this team's come, but also incredibly frustrated just to miss out by what is the narrowest of margins, really.
Yeah, of course. I think I've always spoken about like the tight margins. And yeah, you're right about the feeling I have is I feel really proud of the team. Even the performance today, I thought was really good at times. Created a lot around the edge of the box. Our final action was slightly off, but it was exactly the game we thought it was going to be, the game we prepared for. And with 31 attempts, we certainly had the chance to take care of our business, and regardless of what was happening elsewhere, you know.
I think the history of sport is filled with sort of near misses, disappointments that go on to be the launch pad for future success.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how you've got to look at this season.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah, and I already feel that way. I think it's the determination, you know, to rest and recover now, and then the determination to come back and not have to go to goal difference. If we do, we do. We just have to do the job. But it's tough when we've won 18 games out of 22. Feels really tough on the team because you don't always get what you deserve. But I felt that we deserved it this season. I felt like we were the most consistent team. Of course, we lost some players at key moments, and we don't have the probably strength in depth that maybe other teams have, unfortunately, at this moment. But that's what we're working towards.
Thank you.
In terms of strength in depth, obviously, we got to ask, but Vivian Miedema has been linked with the club. Is there anything is that sort of a place that you want to look for? Because with Gija down on the bench, it felt like there was that X factor just sort of missing right there.
Yeah, but I think, firstly, I wouldn't want to talk about players who are still at other clubs, and we'll give the relevant information if and when it happens. I think that, of course, it's really difficult to have 2 Bunny Shaws. Some of the other clubs kind of have really top-end replacements for their players. Unfortunately, we don't at the moment. But our forward line is still really good, you know. Our forward line is still really good. But I think sometimes you can look at it from many different ways. We just have to continually keep improving. And I think if you look from last season, we changed one player out, one player in. We lost that player in January, who's a world-class player, which was really difficult. Obviously, losing Bunny 3 games ago was really tough. When you look at that game today, when you look at Arsenal, when you look at Bristol City, you think Bunny's going to score a lot of goals in that game, which could make the difference. But these things happen, and we dust ourselves down, and we'll be energised and ready to go again.
And just sort of on Steph and the other players who received flowers after the match, it seemed like a really emotional time. So just tell us a little bit about that moment.
Yeah, all different, and each story is different. Obviously, with players who you know will be departing, we really appreciate their efforts for the club. They've been really great in what they've given, and obviously no one more than Steph. I think it's obviously always going to be an emotional last couple of games for her, the last home game and this game today. But she's handled herself so well. She's such a class act, and every positive thing that's been said about her is really warranted, because she's been amazing. And she still showed that at the end of her career today on her final game that she can still do it. And she's been big motivation for the team, and we really wanted to do it for her, of course. But she realises the love that we have for her. There's no doubt about that. And she's been top class. Such a top professional to work with.
Thank you, Charlotte.
Hi, Gareth. A different team has finished second each of the last 3 seasons. Do you think it's possible to sustain the level that Chelsea set?
What they've done previously, I think.
So, like last 3 years, you've had a different team, whether that's United or yourself.
Yeah.
They finished second. So is it possible to sustain that level that Chelsea reach what they've done 5 years in a row now?
Well, it's possible. Of course it is. it's possible to do what Chelsea have done in 5 years. Yeah, of course it is, but it's really, really difficult. Of course, the last 4 seasons have gone to the final game. This one's probably been closer than ever. My first season, we were 2 points behind them on the final game. Obviously, Arsenal the next season and Man United last season. Us this season, I don't think it will get any tighter than this. Could this league, the way it's set up, go to goal difference again? Probably. Probably could do, because, like I said previously, winning 18 games in a 22-game season is usually enough to win the league. We've probably come up the cruelest way short of that. But that's the challenge. That's the challenge, of course. You know, they have good support there in terms of what Emma's been able to do, consistent with having the same coach at that level. And yeah, now things change, and let's see what happens.
Do you think next season, with Emma's departure, it's really kind of the crunch point, especially for City, to take the league by storm? Yeah,
of course, but I think, you know, it depends what the new manager does. I don't think it's always down to the coach as being the real factor of whether the team's been successful or not. Of course, they play a part in that, like we all do, but really it's down to the players. The players have to be the ones that go over the white line and play in the way that they want the coach to play. But yeah, let's see. Things maybe change now, but of course we need to continue to keep building, keep pushing. Like I said previously, we are probably stronger than where we were last season, but we need to kick on for sure.
Thank you.
It's obviously a tricky situation when it doesn't just depend on your game. How closely were you following Chelsea's game? And it seemed like those sort of early 2 goals kind of filtered through to the crowd a little bit.
Yeah, to be honest, I couldn't really. I was concentrating on our game. The rest of the bench, I could kind of feel their feeling, if you like, without actually telling me. But we just felt that we didn't want to hear too much till half time anyway. But I would just say, even now, I spoke to the players at half time, and it was 4. We were 1-0 up, they were 4 up. Still achievable. But the chances we had second half, with the attempts we had at goal, I mean, again, like I say, we have to really improve on that final action or that final pass or that final shot. And their goalkeeper was inspired today. I was really pleased we won the game, first and foremost. That's the real important thing for me, is we came here to win. We did win. Of course, we would have liked more goals, and then things would have been different.
And when it is just on goal difference, are you a what if guy? Do you kind of think about what might have been, or do you try?
Well, I just mentioned about Bunny Shaw not having
it's gone now. Move on, start thinking about it.
Yeah, of course. You have to be proud of what we've done. I think we were the consistent team pretty much throughout the season. I felt that nothing against the other teams, and my congratulations go to Chelsea. But I felt that we were the way we played, the football we played, the excitement we brought. I felt like we deserved it. But of course, you don't always get what you deserve, and that's normal. Football's a tough profession. Sports a tough profession. You don't always get what you potentially deserve. And that's part of it. You dust yourself down and you go again. We believe in what we do. I certainly believe in the way we play, the way we operate, the players that we brought to the club. I thought Laura Brown was top class today. It's coming to a game like that against her former team and to perform in the manner and the way she picked up the game straight away, it just goes to show that we've got a real talent on our hands there, and it's exciting.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Cheers, guys. Thank you. Have a good summer.
Me too.